What's also dangerous is Mark Ringenberg. Yes, Mark Ringenberg, badge number 6030 of the Minneapolis Police Department, who was responsible for killing black man Jamar Clark. Mark Ringenberg was found on duty in riot gear and heavily armed on Lake and Girard during some of the protests. He was also found here during the daytime, just moments before Nicholas Kraus decided to plow through Lake and Girard, killing a person. Here he is, giving a ticket to a car. Yep, there is Mark Ringenberg. He's looking at the camera. He's looking at the camera as if he barely remembers what he did. And if you'd like to call Mayor Frey and let him know that Mark Ringenberg, badge 6030, has no business on the streets and should be relegated to desk duty or just be let go, you can call this number and let Mayor Frey know how you feel about that. And if we call him enough, he'll know that when that hotline ring, it can only mean 12. Also present in Uptown, knock knock. It's not Matt Severance, because he don't knock before he come into your house. Yes, Matt Severance, badge number 6457, has been present in Uptown during the protests, also known as the Cop Whisperer, also known as Prince Alarming, also known as Saved by the Hair Gel. He issued a no-knock warrant that resulted in this. Case text writes, when Brubaker and Omari entered, they shot and killed the Armand's dog in front of the family. Brubaker and Omari then zip-tied Mr. Armand's hands and searched the house, destroying the Armand's personal property, but found no evidence of criminal activity in the house. The Armands maintained that they were in fear for their safety as well as that of their children and unborn child. Mrs. Armands was pregnant at the time. That their sons feared for their own safety as well as that of their parents, and that they suffered physical injury, post-traumatic stress disorder, property damage, and other damages as a result of the defendant's conduct. Minneapolis Officer Severance prepared the application for the search warrant that led to this incident. We're not saying Matt Severance is a killer cop, but you may want to rain check if he says that he's organizing a surprise birthday party. I mean, who serves a no-knock warrant, has officers barrel into a house, kill the dogs, and then find nothing? The guy who got second place in the Chandler Bing lookalike contest, Matt Severance, that's who. And he was all over Lake and Girard during de-escalation and during keeping the peace. So what would MPD rather people do?
And that's what our plan is, to eventually, hopefully these peace protesters will go home.
Did you notice that? Yep, she almost said peaceful, but then she walked it back real quick. She didn't want to say peaceful. Did you notice it? I noticed it. You noticed it. We both noticed it. And then she suggested that everybody just go home. Whew, if Katie Blackwell were in charge of curfews, well, everywhere would be a sundown town. Blackwell continues.
We ask that if they do go out there, that they stay on the plaza and not take over intersections and create barricades of vehicles, create barricades of our local businesses, items that they use in their own businesses, and we're just trying to keep it peaceful as well. And we're trying to avoid those confrontations.
Oh, no, that is incorrect, actually. Peaceful protesters stood on the sidewalk and in the plaza and were still accosted by police. How do I know that? Because I was there. And an actual officer shot a rubber bullet, missed, hit a chain link fence, the fence went down, and then the cops bum rushed through the fence, made arrests without dismissal orders. So this flies against entirely what Frey was talking about, that there would be dismissal orders made before arrests were made. That's just not true. They have snatch vans driving around Uptown, picking off people, and they also have officers that are using violent tactics and methods before any dismissal orders are made or really any orders are given at all.